Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. You got the sGs logo?
Yeah, I got that up there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I got that up there. All right, at least from what I seem to hear, it seems like we're pretty even, but as people jump on, they can tell if we're like way out of sync in terms of volume with each other or whatnot.
All right, for sure. Yeah, I can hear you pretty well. Usually when I'm casting with Puka, it's like he's screaming in my ear, so it's like I
Yeah,
can't like
I hate it when the
can't focus.
balance gets like that. It's brutal. Like some people just have their mics set really high, and then they get on, and it's like 5 times louder than you, and then you end up like feeling like you have to scream back at them because they're so loud, and the cast just gets like louder and louder.
Yeah, I just fucking just try to stay at an even voice, but his like say like a marine is running into like a pile of lurkers. It's just like his voice gets extremely loud, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like I'm like a monotone to like, you know, a little more like of a like jazz, you know, like it just goes up
Yeah,
a little bit, not
yeah.
too like his is more like a scream.
All right, well, I've got the stream on and everything, so I guess I'm ready to go when you are.
All right, for sure. Let me host this game real quick.
Need to start throwing out the overlays, the two player name overlays.
All right, for sure. Create. Let's go. Game one. The map is Neo Jade. Neo Jade 2.0, so that's pretty interesting. The game name is the same game name, password 2.
Yeah. So I got these bad boys up, I'll hop in the game.
What's that?
So once I got these bad boys up, I'll hop in the game, just
All right, for sure, no problem.
score and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm watching you doing it.
This actually confusing me because you have a voice that sounds like almost exactly like one of my friends.
Oh, really?
Keep thinking, what the hell is Travis doing here?
Yeah, one of my best friends is actually named Travis too. That's pretty
Oh,
funny.
really? This one black. All right. All right, we are ready to go. BMW 22.
Yeah, 2-2.
All right, going into game one on Neo Jade. After I download, anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I think. Are you on? How are you doing it? Are you on like the small window mode, or are you on like full mode?
Yeah, I do it on window mode because that's the only way I know of to have like decals and stuff on there if you want to have overlays and stuff like that.
Okay. Maybe I should do. I'll try it on window mode for game one. Let me see how.
Like for you, since you're not running the stream, it's probably like whatever you're comfortable with works fine. But just for me,
Yeah.
because in order to have overlays and stuff, I have to be on window mode.
Let me go do full screen real quick, actually,
For sure, go for it.
because I think it'll be a little easier.
Yeah. Because if you're not used to window mode, man, like the first time I like tried to cast a game in window mode, I was like, I couldn't click on anything with a mouse. I'd like miss a marine by like, like a quarter of a screen. It
Yeah, I'm
just
like
felt so
kind of like
different.
I don't want like people to be like, "How did you totally miss that drop ship?" And be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, because my fucking scrolling mouse was like too far behind." Oh yeah, yeah. Just let me know if my language makes you uncomfortable or anything. I don't know.
No, I'm fine with it. Unless viewers like complain or whatever, I'm fine with
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure. I just want to make sure because I don't know. I've never cast him, so.
Yeah.
All right, same game name. Let's get this game going. 1, 2, 2. All right, hey, can you do the player intros too, Elmaster?
Yeah, I'll talk about them like once the game starts.
Yeah, I mean just like in this corner or whatever. Cause
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
yeah. All right, you ready?
Go for it. Alright, so going into game one, Neo Jade spawning in the top right-hand corner. As our yellow Terran, we have ifU's Cryoc. It's a B- up-and-coming Terran, definitely a dangerous player. especially as this is TVZ, which tends to be a matchup Terrans like. And in the bottom corner, as the purple Zerg, we have Fox.ihufa, who is another big up-and-comer in the C ranks. I believe he just got into the round of 4, I think it was, in the YSL. He ultimately lost the fold there, but had a pretty good run and improved a lot from last season from everybody I've talked to.
Yeah, he's only been around for about 9 months, I believe he told me, El Master. So he's really got a cult following now. It's pretty amazing, like that somebody who just started playing the game is already like, got a fan base and really kicking ass.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 9 months to get from, basically beginner to, what is he, C or C plus just now? That's a pretty
Yeah,
quick rise.
yeah,
I
it's really sick.
don't know a whole lot about his playstyle. I played a couple games against him, and he played fairly aggressive in all 3 of them, but I think he's learning to play all kinds of styles, so it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting to see how he continues to mature as a player in the next, 6 months to a year.
definitely. Every game I've casted of him too, he like you said, he's massling. I haven't really been as impressed by his meta play yet, I think, but that just takes time to get really good at it. But yeah, I've seen he's really crazy style, like just wants to get in your base and kill a lot of SUVs. That's the kind of style I like to watch. People just really hyper aggressive with Zerg.
Does he play ZVZ or does he off race against Z?
I think he plays
Race
ZVZ,
pick? Okay.
but
I
I've
was
never seen him ZVZ, so
I was just curious with your comment about his meter control. I was just wondering if that would bleed over
I
into
think
ZVZ. He
I
struggles a
think
little
yeah,
more there.
in TVZ, I wasn't as impressed by his meter control necessarily because like when he'd get out in the open field, I think he was it wasn't as great as I.
Yeah.
But that comes with time. He's only a C ranks player, so that comes with time.
And that's always tough too, just in general. Like if Terran's playing +1 5 racks, trying to deal with that with Muta only is pretty difficult, as that's kind of what that build is aimed at dealing with, and putting
Yeah.
that pressure on the third. So it looks like pretty standard openings so far from both players. Got barracks going down for Cryoc. We've got the 12th hatch and then the pool follow up here from ihufa. So standard openers so far. Obviously ihufa scouting in the wrong direction. So it'll take him a little while to get over to Cryoc, but he's got the Overlord there.
Yeah. So a lot of people are really confident in Cryoc. Um, I am too, just because I've seen like his mechanics. Like he has really good standard build orders. He does, really good marine control, really good tank control. So ihufa's really got his work cut out for him in this opening. He's really got to put Cryoc on tilt. He's got to do something that just throws off Cryoc to get him kind of nervous. And since this is a show match, they're both going to be really nervous, wanting to do well and not embarrass themselves.
Yes, indeed. Nothing like going 4-0 in a show match. That's never fun.
Yeah.
And, Craddock doing everything right, sees the 12th hatch, goes ahead, gets command center before any Marines, not throwing up like a bunker super fast or anything like that, because obviously there's not going to be any super fast during the aggression. Just can't happen. ihufa getting the third hatchery down, taking his gas, and just looking as standard as can be so far from both players.
Yeah, I wonder if ihufa wanted to throw off Cryoc by going for standards or, maybe 2 hatch, 3 hatch meta. I wonder if he's really just wanting to, because usually most people are just kind of used to him playing so aggressive. Maybe he wants to just throw off Cryoc by playing a little standard in game one.
Yeah, it might. All at the same time, Craig, he's scouted it all. He sees the standard play so far, so he's going to be pretty relaxed. And since you say he's like kind of a mechanical player and whatnot, he should be pretty comfortable playing in a standard style, especially since he sees that. Now, the other thing
Yeah.
Hoofa could do, though, is be like, all right, I'm playing standard. Then as soon as he leaves, with the SCV, do something else crazy. Switch
Yeah,
it up from there.
like a fake double, like cancel the hatch and just all in lane real fast or some crazy shit.
It'd be
That'd be really
ridiculous.
exciting.
Let's see, how close is he having link speed to fully... Oh, he hasn't even started link speed. Okay. He should start it like any time now as he's got the next 100 gas, assuming he's going to get it. He is throwing down a creep colony at the natural. Pretty typical stuff. No link speed on the way yet, so just stockpiling the gas. See, the
What do you think?
academy is down. It is going to be probably the +1 5 racks, is that eBay is down really fast, already upgrading before the academy. And you were saying, sorry, what?
Do you think Cryoc will go heavy marine play, or do you think maybe he'll go like a biconic with like a little mech units? What do you expect from Cryoc here?
In this game, given the +1 on eBay, I think we're going to see bio. Getting eBay that fast for +1 and then going mech would not make a whole lot of sense. It'd be a lot of wasted money for super fast +1.
Yeah. Well, this was Cryoc's map choice, so he's definitely probably wants to. He has a build probably in mind. Wants to get that 1-0 early, feel good about his play style. And he definitely picked Jade. So
Got Stim starting right now. 4 racks is going down. We'll probably see a 5th. He's obviously, like I said, going to have the... Oh, he gets an SCV and past the Sunken. So he gets another look at the base. So Cryoc is going to be able to go over there, see the Spire. He can get exact timing on that. He doesn't even have to burn a scan now, so that's kind of nice. He can save those for
yeah,
whenever he wants.
super clutch there by Cryoc. And
Honestly, that's interesting. You know, the fact that ihufa placed it on the left side is what allowed that. You know, had the Sunken been more in the middle, it would have hit the SCV on the second shot before it got down the ramp. But as it was, the SCV able to get in.
yeah, I wonder if he just wasn't paying attention when he just spotted it. If he just did it so fast that
Yeah, he's probably just looking away and it got in and didn't have time to block the ramp or anything like that. And whoa, ihufa throwing down 3 more Sunkens, which is
yeah,
interesting because he hasn't really scouted it, and the marine count is not all that high. Like, I don't feel like he needs 4 Sunkens right now to defend a medic or even 3 medics and like 8 marines.
yeah, he got super uncomfortable fast by that initial scouting SCV, like you said, and I really think that he's a little frightened because he has no units at the moment. So I guess it's kind of overreactionary, but at the same time, you know, maybe later on it will pay off to just be overly cautious.
And it's true he doesn't have any units, but he does have a bunch of muta on the way. They're about 2/3 done, so they'll be popping here really soon. And we can see that Cryoc is now moving out with his marine medic. Really nice timing. It looks like +1 will finish right as he walks his way up to the Zerg base. Now, he hasn't found the third of ihufa yet, but you can see he's sending SCVs out to look for it. So that's the other problem. When you start investing in all these Sunkens, you know, that's less links. He has not gotten link speed. I hope that wasn't a mistake, because dealing with this force with pure muta is going to be really difficult. And I think there's a strong chance Krax, once he finds it, is going to be able to walk over here and just take out ihufa's third. I mean, only muta to defend is going to be tough.
Yeah, you're completely right. He only has 2 mutas out right now. I'm getting kind of nervous for ihufa right here. He looks like he's just going to go ahead and try to, like, you know, bait Cryoc into following these 2 mutas while he's trying very fast to... Okay, now he's got his extra mutas.
He's got a lot more hatching. He started Lurker, but Lurker's a long way off, and I don't see this third base being defended unless Cryoc really messes up with his control. I mean, there are muta out, but ihufa has not gathered, and we can see that Cryoc is already pretty much at the base. There's no links to defend with, so it's going to take literally perfect muta control from Cryoc, and this is a good place to engage right when he's on the ramp, but ihufa not quite grouped up, and now we're going in doing a little muta micro. Pretty good so far, though. It's just a question of, are there enough Marines? Can Cryoc keep them together? Are there going to be enough muta? I don't know if there's going to be enough muta to take this out. They're not one-shotting the Marines, and no, this base is definitely going to fall. 1 Hydra. Oh, that's a drone shooting. It sounded like a Hydra. And yeah, I don't think there's any way he can defend this base, so ihufa not off to the start he would have liked to have seen in this game at all, as the Lurker's just not done in time. We can see iHive is on the way, though. That third base is gone.
That's going to really hurt ihufa right there, Elmaster. Like, you know, I mean, that's a lot of money he just lost, unfortunately. He's lost mutas, and Cryoc is getting a huge marine force. He's going to have them in 2 different sections, so he's going to be able to maybe multitask, you know, cover the mutas, and then maybe, like you said, keep a map presence out.
Oh no, ihufa's not paying attention to his muta, though, and he loses 2 or 3 of them right there, so he's got none of those left. But he's morphing a few lurkers on the map and going to go try and take the top left base. I think this might be intended to be a hidden expansion, but if you take a look in the top left, look what's sitting there by the gas. So that's not going to work out too well for him.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, Cryoc is really prepared this game. Jeez, but this marine force is getting kind of scary right now for Cryoc.
Yeah, he's actually in a position to flank the lurkers, and they're going right through the marines. Does he have a scan? Is he going to throw it down? Oh, no spread, though. All of them instantly dying and 2 medics, so those lurkers paying for themselves right there. Kind of nice to get that. That was kind of weird.
Position?
No, he just burrowed him, but the thing is, like, Cryoc had a spread, but the spread was, like, in a line with the lurkers, so it was, like, a spread that, like, ensured... Oh, the muta's flying over the Marines, but the spread, like...
God.
The spread, like, ensured that the Marines auto-died, because they were spread in the same direction as the muta spines, not out in an arc. It was, like, the opposite direction you'd want to spread.
It's just... I don't know what's up with his micro today. Elmaster, he's just wasting away units, constantly throwing them into the wrong position.
Yeah, just has not been paying attention. It looks like he might get this third now, as he does have 3 lurkers burrowed at the bottom of the ramp. That's pretty hard to take out with pure marine medic, but he does have his... actually getting a dropship, and he's making... It looks like vultures from 1 tank, or vultures from 1 factory and tanks from another. But the fact that he's already been delayed... Oh no, and he's running links. He got them rallied to the wrong spot. If we look at the supplies, it is 107 to 64, so that's a pretty big lead. And there's actually only 2 lurkers defending. He's actually trying to move out with these lurkers. I don't know. Oh, maybe he's going to try hold lurkers right here. I think he might. Yeah, he's got them on hold. It looks like they're not attacking. He's trying to bait him into it. Oh, this could be great. If he pops the trap, he's waiting for all the Marines to stand on top of him. Oh, this could be so good. When he,
Oh, wow.
and he's springing the trap now. There's needs to be a...
Nice.
Oh, you can actually see him. He actually threw down the scan. So he gets through that pretty easily. And now it's 2 lurkers. I don't know if he can quite break that. That is a pretty narrow choke. But he is going to... Oh, there we go. All right, pays attention to the lings now.
And I'd love to see Cryoc with a tank right here. I mean, it would be much more beneficial for him if he was trying to go against these Sunks.
He's actually got him here. He's loading up a dropship with actually just Marines, and he's got 2 tanks here sitting up on the high ground. He's got an SCV over here. Looks like Cryoc is looking to take his 3rd base here pretty soon.
Yeah, this is really sick. He's at 4 racks, 2 fact, a port. I mean, really nice going on right now for Cryoc. He's going to feel very comfortable in the mid game.
But he's going to have to move back now as there is Consume out from the Defiler. So ihufa in a good spot here with this. He can go ahead and start pushing Cryoc back. And I think he's going to do just that. He's a Swarm. There we go. Swarm going down. Now Cryoc needs to run away. Good job there. So those tanks are going to be a lot less effective now, as you siege them up and they just get Dark Swarmed. He's going to try and siege up. My stream is on TL, but the event isn't calendared, so it won't show up there. That's what you're seeing.
Can I ask you a question? When you have the Defiler, are you automatically, do you have Plague or do you have to research Plague?
Plague is a research.
Okay, so yeah, it would have totally made no sense if I was like, why doesn't he Plague?
Yeah, the only one that comes with the Defiler is Dark Swarm. Consume and Plague have to be researched. Oh, he's going to lose the Defiler, though. He doesn't take it out of the Swarm. And now sending a few... Oh, I think those Lings were meant to be a rescue mission, but they were a little too slow of a rescue mission. And I'm a little worried because I don't see a Defiler down here, which is actually going to give those tanks the opportunity to start knocking on these Sunkens. And this is a lot of pressure at the front door. At the same time, though, ihufa over at the top left is starting to take the natural expansion up there. And Cryoc doesn't have any units over, but he has reloaded this dropship again with... actually, I can't tell. Yeah, it's all Marines in this dropship heading across the map.
And I just want to notice, El Master, that this has had a really fast pace to it. It's like almost like, you know, you're used with Cryoc, you're used to like a little more of a slower, like, you know, methodical pace. But this game has had a really fast pace for the first 12 minutes of the game. Cryoc's all over the place, and ihufa's been all over.
Round 2, throwing down a Swarm. Yes, he's going to go for that tank to get it off the sunken line. Does a good job of that. Now Cryoc pulling back. Oh, another Swarm is there. He's going to, and see this, what happens, these tanks just get a little less effective once they're Swarm out until you start getting a big mech army. So he's going to lose both tanks, so he's going to lose the ability to just knock on the front door seconds. But at the same time, in the main, over the top left, we've got a drop going on. Several drones are dead, and he's sending stuff through the Knights Canal. He needs to swarm quickly. He's going to lose one of the hatcheries. The Lurker is trying to burrow. Actually, it's not trying to burrow. It needs to burrow. Oh, he gets it just in time.
Swarm.
But he's going to go behind. He's going to kill. I guess he's going to go for the hatchery. Maybe he's going to go for the drones instead. Yeah, taking off all the drones at the 3rd. He's shutting down the 3rd Marines behind the minerals, which is a great spot for them. And yeah, we can see he's lost everything at his 3rd. ihufa just not in a pleasant position at all at this point. And yeah, he's just got nothing left at his 3rd. He is getting the gas from it, though, so at least there's that. He's going to lose his other... Oh, finally. Drop's cleaned up, so that drop doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, sick multitasking by Cryoc right there. You know, fake the Vulture rally over there, and then just ended up pushing a drop right in there and taking out all the drones, all the units, and just ihufa's feeling really sick to his stomach at this point. But he wasn't able to break that front door that you were talking about at ihufa's natural. So will that keep, will he be able to just reinforce it with more Sunks?
Yeah, looking at it, though, the trouble for ihufa here is the mech switch is coming up, and mech switch is really, really hard to deal with if you're behind an economy, which at this point he definitely is. And the other thing he's got to be worried about is his upgrades are not good at all, ihufa's, that is. He just got his 1 care base. His 1 attack is a ways away, and meanwhile, Cryoc is sitting fine. He's getting out mech. He's probably... I'm assuming he's getting his armories to start his upgrades for the mech, and this mech transition is just so hard to deal with if you don't have a good economy, which ihufa really doesn't at this point. And there's still Marines on both sides pressuring. And we can see right now he's still trying to get Terran off his front door step, and he just can't do it. Oh, huge Plague, but he needs Zerglings to clean it up, and here we go. They're going for it. Can they get him? Oh, there's not a Dark Swarm to help, so no, they can't quite take out all the Marines.
Yeah, and I wonder, it's unfortunate for ihufa. He was never able to really get into Terran's main base and attack with mutas. And he's just really been behind. He lost that 3rd hatch that you were talking about earlier. And unfortunately, Cryoc is making him pay now, just hitting him from multiple flanks. And ihufa's never really been in this game at all.
Yeah, it's just a tough position when you lose your 3rd that fast. And then on top of that, the drops have done pretty good damage to the drone count over at the 3rd. So he's never really had a fully operational 3rd. I mean, he did get his Defilers out quickly, but he just doesn't have the unit count to be effective with them at all.
Right, agree. And it looks like he's just really like rallying Vultures around the map and getting, getting like a lot of mines laid out all over the middle of the map. So if ihufa tries to do anything, he's gonna meet some vigilante justice, unfortunately.
Already on the Defiler, here comes a bunch of links. He's probably going to need to move back. There's enough for one storm. He needs to pull back, but it looks like Cryoc is busy multitasking another bases. He's not moving away from the swarm. There we go, finally. Moving back to his mines, which can easily blow up all the Marines, too. He's running into a big minefield, so he's going to lose all these units, but he is going to get Terran off his doorstep for now.
Yeah, that was the nicest play by ihufa so far. He had a Plague / Dark Swarm, takes out 2 tanks and a nice group of Marines, and that was really good. Manages to protect his 4th right there.
Oh, and he's actually trying to go ultras.
But Jesus, how much yellow is on this map right now, though, Master?
Yeah, it's one of the nice things when you make that mech switch. You can send out all your barracks like that for scouting. You can lay a bunch of mines everywhere. Just gives you really great vision. You know what Zerg is up to. But he's actually losing a few tanks here to these Lings.
Yeah, pretty cute play by ihufa right there. Just, catching Cryoc not paying attention. But, I mean, at this point, Cryoc's army is so massive, he's not really tripping as much.
What's up, Nina Zerg? Oh, wow. Big Mind Drag's actually taking out everything. So now Cryoc doesn't really have much presence. ihufa is slowly getting up. And whoa. I saw all these speed overlords chilling at a base. I thought maybe we were going to see a drop, but Vulture Raid somehow getting into the base, and by somehow I mean being sent in by a drop, but they do absolutely nothing, and the dropship also getting cleaned up, or at least a science. Oh, the dropship's going to get it. A science vessel was scourged, and he could get even more of these vessels. If he sees them, there's like 2, or maybe that's 1, I can't tell. I think no, it's 2 idle vessels over here that he could probably go for.
Yeah, and the Terran is getting in a nice position in this choke right now. ihufa's coming out with about 4 or 5 Ultralists and some Links. Is he going to be able to magic box the Terran right now? Oh, but he's rallying more Vultures over there. And I don't know, ihufa's going to lose. Oh, man.
I think it's going to get cleaned up, but this is just where it gets tough, because mech, especially if he starts laying more mines, that's where mech really pays off when you're behind, is it just trades so efficiently. But really nice irradiates on these ultras, too, to soften them up. They might break through this mech line, but like I said, look at the money he's expending to get rid of 4 or 5 tanks. And here comes another Vulture Raid. Actually, I don't know if this is a Vulture Raid or just Vultures. Oh, is he going to snipe the Defiler? He's laying mines to try to get it. He's targeting it. The Defiler's trying to run back to safety. Is it going to make it? No, it goes down.
Oh, man. The way you described that was really funny. But, yeah, I don't know. Oh, he's got more radiates going down on these drones, it looks like.
Yeah,
so
trying to go for a bit of an eraser.
pops an Ultralisk, it's like he just automatically loses it. Cryoc's really paying attention to where the the spawning patterns are for ihufa. And look at this Vulture rally coming in. Looks like a NASCAR race going across the map.
I want to take a look at Cryoc. Cryoc has decided I'm a Zerg player at this point. He's taking kind of bottom mid. He's trying to take the bottom left. He's taking the bottom left natural. I mean, he's got, like, command centers everywhere all of a sudden. He's just like, yep, I'm a Zerg. I'm just going to take a bunch of bases. And kind of between it all, ihufa is also trying to grab a 5th base over here next to Cryoc's bottom left position.
Yeah, this is pretty sick play by Cryoc this whole game. This is something I'm not used to seeing from Cryoc. I haven't seen, this hyper-aggressive Terran from him before. And just, he's really improved a lot this year. It really shows. And ihufa is just... he's going to have to learn that you don't play Terran on Jade, or Terran versus Zerg on Jade ever. It's just impossible right now. And his Dark Swarm hopefully will protect him. No, throwing away those Ultralists again.
He's coming in there. He's actually going to get all the tanks, which is always nice. Another thing that's worth noting is he got 1-1, but last I checked, he just started his 2-2, but it was quite a delay from when 1-1 finished to when he started his 2-2, so Zerg at this point is going to have a little bit better upgrades than the mech army. But once that mech army starts getting equal and upgrades and getting to 3-3, tanks just get so damn good with the +5, plus their splash and all that. Few Lings coming here to clean out the mines. And this is the one danger. If you expand a lot and you don't keep complete map control on the Zerg and keep a grip on their bases, they can just start running Zerglings everywhere, and you constantly have to be like pulling SCVs and running away, and it can be really obnoxious. And we can see these 2 bases for Cryoc going to get totally shut down right now.
Yeah, is Cryoc going to lift? He needs the lift right here. This is going to be... Okay, there we go. But he's going to lose the gas. That's
yeah, he's definitely going to lose the gas, which he'd like as mech. And it is important to know, ihufa is slowly chiseling away at that supply gap. It's now 158 to 125, so it's only a 30 gap and a bigger supply, which is a lot nicer than, say, a 60 supply gap when you both only have, 90 supply and, 40 supply.
Yeah, I think
Oh, he's got some tanks on the high ground there here now, though. Now, if he gets that and he starts throwing some factories up here, he can defend this base a lot easier. But with no units over there at all, it's pretty hard to hold on.
Cryoc's become a lot more defensive now. I think he actually has started to lose a little bit too many mini battles, like you said, and I really think that right now he needs to just concentrate on maintaining a couple, like 3 gases, and then just make a giant force. And ihufa, when this is happening, is just going to keep throwing units at those little expansions and try to get his own economy built back up and get a nice ultra force going.
Now, first for a second, I was worried because the third base at Jade here has less gas on it. So I was looking at it, it was like he's only mining, Crack's only mining from 1 gas,
That's
but
at the
he actually has the bottom
3
too.
o'clock expansion you're talking about?
The more like the 12 o'clock,
Oh,
his top
12
one.
o'clock.
The 3 o'clock one also has less gas too, but he's still mining from that. So he's still getting gas from 2 bases right now. Although he'd really like to have gas from 3. It's a lot nicer
Yeah,
for mech.
definitely.
He can't really support
And we have a slow drop
3
coming in at the
add-ons.
12 o'clock, Master.
Is indeed. Does he have Dark Swarm with it? That'll make it a lot nicer. Especially Lurkers. Those Lurker Swarm drops, it's just, you can't clean them up and you just have to wait for them to run their course. Oh, I like this. He drops a few off here to annoy the third base, and he's going to do a bigger drop in the main with a bunch of Lings. It might get cleaned up easy without Swarm support, which I'm not seeing, but there are a few ultras in it, and he's going right for the factories, and we all know what kind of damage Cracklings do. Irradiate's going down immediately, actually irradiating an Overlord. Not sure if that was the plan or not, but we'll see if he can actually get any kills. Oh, he's going to lose the starport, and he has lost, looks like a few depots, and that starport is definitely going down, and Cryoc is working on responding to it. He has now made his way down the ramp. He actually put the ultras on the ramp. Oh, nice irradiate there on a cluster of Lings, but Lings just dies so fast, so irradiate kind of loses its potency.
How many factories is he going to lose, though, in this exchange?
Got 1. It looks like he could lose 2. It depends on how quickly the units get over there. Cracklings do such crazy damage. And the Vessel Cloud is actually... Oh, he's going to lose this factory. So he's going to... Oh, no, he's not going to lose this factory. But it might burn down. And that Vessel Cloud was moving out there for a sec. Looks like it was going to go do some damage.
Yeah,
Vulture deciding to fight a Sunken over here.
That was pretty scary for Cryoc right there. I don't know how he was feeling. He's just like, wait a minute, why is there so much purple in my main base right now? Just like...
And the other nice thing for ihufa with that drop, that was a pretty cheap drop, honestly. It was a lot of Zerglings, and he did get an armory. He killed the factory. He killed the starport, so I think he's pretty satisfied with what that did.
Yeah,
pulled Cryoc a little bit around the map. And do we have another drop? They're loaded up. He's dropping a Lurker. Does he have the Swarm for it? It's burrowing by the tanks. Oh, but it gets picked off. Nice job there. Actually, it gets picked off by the Vulture. And the rest of this drop kind of fizzling out, but he did force a lift on the CC, as there still are a few Lings in that base. But at the same time, Vessel's trying to do some work. Although I'm surprised. Oh, he actually irradiated an Overlord that was chilling over the Zerglings. I thought he was like. I keep thinking he's gonna go for a Racer, but he's not doing that. And now here comes the big mech push in retaliation from Cryoc, and he's gonna be fully on the doorstep of ihufa.
Yeah, he's said enough of this shit. I'm taking you out now, and we're going to game 2 at this point. That's what he's just had enough of this shit. He wants to pound it in his face now.
And it's starting to look like ihufa may have outspent himself. He's sending Hydras up the ramp, which is not working out very well. And the supply for ihufa now is really low. It is actually double supply for Cryoc, throwing up a few D-matrices on the front tanks. And it looks like, I guess you could call it ihufa's 5th base or so, is going to go down. And of course, ihufa is pretty much mined out at the main and the natural. And I don't think he has much longer to stay alive in this game. And in fact, the mine's actually killing larvae here at this base.
I really think it's unfortunate that ihufa's bases were, some of them on the top left and then the bottom right.
Oh, and meanwhile, Vulture raid over here, although there weren't actually any drones there killed, but he did send in a few Vultures over here at, what would that be, like 10 o'clock? Another thing to note is that ihufa is going to die. Well, he did. He did have a huge bank. Like, he did have 2K. Now, he's going to spend it all, but he's not spending this 2K until after pretty much everything had died. So it makes you wonder, had he spent that 2K sooner and had a bunch more ultimates or something on the map. We've got a big Doom drop, though, over at the bottom left-hand base, over at Cryoc's base, and it looks like it's cleaning up pretty much everything. There's no arm here, so he's going to shut this down for Cryoc. But Cryoc is still going to be mining at the bottom, 3 o'clock-ish base?
It just becomes a point is, when is it too late? At this point, because Cryoc is definitely rallying in. He's come back.
Oh, there's actually mech units coming over to deal with it. He's cleaning up, so he's going to get that base cleaned up. And I think at this point, there's just not going to be anything ihufa can do. There's just too much mech everywhere from Cryoc. And he's lost all of his bases. I mean, he's now down to 1 mining base, ihufa is. And Cryoc is going to save his base over here at bottom left. He's still mining on the right side. He's just in a good position, way ahead in supply. Nice job here trying to surround tanks with the Lings. He's actually going to have to unsiege here for a sec to kill off these Lings.
Yeah, we got a couple Ultralists coming in, some rogue Ultralists coming in to try to take out this.
Oh, oh, never mind, never mind. I guess that isn't necessarily a mana CC. There's still a lot of minerals left, but he's going to have to cancel it. Sieging up the tanks now to deal with the Ultras, but I think there might be enough Ultras to take out all these tanks. But that's like the last song here from ihufa. That's where his 2k minerals went, is on these Ultras. He's already lost the base down here, and a problem is ihufa doesn't have any money. He pretty much has to win somehow with exactly what he has on the field right now, but there's just units going everywhere. Vultures streaming down here. Lings are trying to harass. ihufa actually throwing down a hatchery next to Cryoc's base, but Cryoc coming down with the Vultures should defend this. Okay, he's actually co-mining. If you look at the 3 o'clock, he's actually co-mining as he tries to take control of this base. SCVs and drones mining together.
And why isn't Cryoc using his vessels? Just do. I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, you could throw down a bunch of the irradiates on it.
Yeah, it radiates. I mean, he had like 4 vessels right above the damn Ultralisk. He could have totally just gotten rid of that whole problem. But I don't know.
And now there's just not anything left for ihufa. He's got 1 Defiler and a few Lings, but you know, what can that really do, especially against all these mines that are being laid? And he's losing all of his bases.
Pretty sick.
ihufa doing his best to mine from Cryoc bases, but he's got a long ways to go to take the cargo. Oh, we got Science Vessels probably going to do Eraser. Please do Eraser this time. There we go. Eraser on ihufa's drones.
Oh, wow.
It's even better if you do it on 2 vessels at once, but apparently he doesn't want to, or maybe doesn't have the energy. ihufa being forced to run away, and there's just nothing ihufa can do at this point. He's down to 33 supply against Cryoc's 170, and that's what you call pretty dead.
Yeah, so I guess it just, goes back to the early part of the game. ihufa, never really put Cryoc in danger, around with the mutas.
And GG.
Yeah, GG.
Cryoc taking the 1-0 lead. There was one point where ihufa almost started to make a comeback, and then his drops did some stuff, but that seemed to be everything he had. The minerals got a little high, and he just lost all his supply, and then couldn't keep it going. But, it's tough, early in the game, there was one point where it was like 105 supply for Cryoc, and like 60 for ihufa, and that's just tough to play from.
Oh, Master, can you give me 1 minute, please?
Go for it, no problem. I just hear this door swing open and closed.
Hey, El Master, I apologize.
Dude, that's kind of cool when you walk away and the door swings. It sounds like you live in a haunted house or some shit. It's like this creaky, like, slow opening door.
I was like, I'm going to be barbecuing after the show match. So
right on.
Party guests are like...
Sounds like a nice follow-up to a show match, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Put in a load casting, go eat some barbecue, drink some beer, do whatever.
Hell yeah, perfect. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure I got everything in order before I go on this best of 7 right now.
Yeah, for sure.
ihufa was actually sending me on Skype that I forgot to make Overlord for the mutas in Game 1, so mutas were full of Overlords, build time delayed, so I couldn't defend.
Yeah, I noticed that there were only like 2 that came out. Yeah, that would have helped if he would have had like 10. As he might, like, if he would have had the full complement of mutas ready, he probably could have defended that 3rd, because he came close. Like, he got rid of about half the Marines, but then he was just down to like 4 muta, and they just don't kill Marines fast enough at that point. Like, if he would have had, 8 or 9, and just like lost the initial 2, it would have been okay. So that actually makes sense. So that would be an unfortunate supply block, to say the least.
Yeah, same game name.
For sure. Let's get in here. Going into the next game on Chain Reaction.
Yeah, I'm excited about this map. This is the map that Flash never won on, I believe.
Oh, really? I didn't actually know that. That's really cool. Now I gotta look this up.
Yeah, this is one of the very close spawn spots, I think.
Yeah, they're close by air. The walking distance isn't too short, but by air it's kind of short.
Yeah. You want to do the intros?
Yeah, so spawning on the right-hand side as our teal Zerg, we have Fox's ihufa, who is down 1-0 in the series, and of course up 1-0 as the red Terran, we have ifU's Cryoc. B- player, what country is he from?
Yeah. So ihufa's from Denmark and Cryoc is from Germany.
From Germany, okay.
Yeah, so we got like a battle of Europe going on here.
Indeed we do.
Yeah, so I guess we're competing with sales viewers, so I appreciate the 10 viewers or whatever that are dedicated to Master Stream. Thank you so much. We'd also like to thank Team sGs for putting this on. So hopefully we can keep doing this more often, Master.
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's
And
like,
so
oh, never mind, it's barracks.
what do you think are they gonna Croc's plan? Maybe go some factory tech or something on this? Because I mean he's really close spawn spots. I mean it'd be really easy to rally units into ihufa's base.
Yeah, I have no idea at this point. It looks like he's looking to wall off. That doesn't necessarily mean he'll go mech, but we'll see what he decides to do with this. But judging from the depot position, I can only assume he's going to wall this off. That'd be kind of a random depot otherwise. Obviously,
Yeah,
kind of nice for ihufa. You can get the Overlord over there really quick and see exactly what the early game's going to be.
I've been casting a lot of early StarCraft, and you'd be surprised how many of the original guys did not wall off, and would just get absolutely pummeled by yellow.
Are you talking about, are you casting the early games with Puga? Or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it'd just be like, for example, the Marine, right? He wouldn't wall off, and he'd just be like wondering why he was getting, destroyed by Mass Ling like 12 minutes later.
Yeah, it's funny watching those old time games. Did they even block like with SCVs on their ramp at that time? Had they even thought of that?
No, it was
Cause like,
horrible.
cause like you don't necessarily have to wall off like if you put the SCVs on the ramp, but I don't think they did that back then. I've watched a few of those games. Like some of those early games, they're just like the most ridiculous build orders. Like I'm pretty sure any of us today that are like even like D plus or C minus could probably beat them just because the builds are so bad and like just so few units.
Yeah, it's just comical, and it just it's just amazing how far we've come.
That and if you like watch those island map games, those are so silly to watch. They're like unloading like these one dropship drops like the entire time against each other when the entire other army's like there just in the base because they can't leave because it's got whatever. Oh, they're funny to watch.
Yeah, and some of the maps too. Like, thank God for people like Rose of Dream and stuff like that. Just making incredible maps because the maps back then were just absolutely horrendous. If you had to
Yeah,
play on like
some of them are
Neo
pretty
Jungle
silly.
Book, whatever, it was
Jungle,
awful.
is it Jungle
Jungle Story,
Story? Something like that,
yeah,
yeah.
Jungle Story, horrible.
All right, so it looks like again, immediately getting the command center up as he sees the 12 hatch. Doesn't need to end with the wall. He doesn't need to make any Marines beforehand, so he can just go ahead and start that immediately.
I think it's cute
And
that Cryoc's actually trying to mine down this hatchery. Just kind of
yeah,
like,
just being obnoxious. Gonna give him that you are under attack warning.
yeah, just to let him know I'm still here in your base.
All right, chain reaction. I'm trying to see if Flash actually never won a game on this map. I'm really curious now.
I'm gonna go ahead and say he never won a game on this map. I've been hyping it that he hasn't won a game on this map, or that like Terran has such a horrible win rate on this map as well. And it looks like Cryoc's just feeling very comfortable right now. He's pretty much gonna see everything that ihufa's doing once again. So ihufa's really not phased by having Cryoc in his base all the time. Most people don't like having an opponent in their base, and I wonder if that just, if that's ihufa's. No, now he's trying to take it out, but I wonder if that's ihufa's style.
Oh, good block there from Ihufa. Keeps it from getting back in, but Crack has done a really good job with the SCV. He's had it in Zerg's base for a lot of the time. He actually snuck in last game and got like a complete read on the Spire timing as well, so that was really nice. Like he got in when the Spire was like 250 HP. He didn't even have to burn scans to take a look at that.
And
We've got a factory. Factory,
there's like
so
some kind of record too, El Master, where I think it was like Bisu had like a probe in his opponent's base for like 25 minutes or something. Just
I,
something insane a couple of years ago.
yeah, VC's pretty good with that against Zergs. We got one starport. Are we gonna see second starport? Two port Reisu or just one
Oh
port?
man, that would be just too funny.
Two port Reisu. I kind of want to see it. Oh, got it nice. I got like the supply depot back here from Krog behind his base up by the temple in case Zerg tries to knock that down. And it looks like it's going to be one starport build. It's getting the academy right away, so this could be... Oh, interesting lift timing. Zerglings almost get in. There's a lot of things you can do with one starport. You can just make a few wraiths. You can almost do like a fake wraith build and just switch into like aggressive Rax play. Oh, this is kind of wraith expand. And it might not even be Wraith. It might be for a drop or Fast
Yeah,
Vessel. It can also be Fast Vessel, because I see the barracks going down, so it might be like Volcanic Fast Vessel type play as well.
you
There's
could
still a
just
lot
get
of
a
options you
Wraith
can go
out
from
to
here.
take out Overlords and really just piss off iHoofa. That'd be a really smart plan. And then from there, just go into like a Vulture build, or a Goliath build. But he's actually going
And
completely opposite.
Vulture kills 4 Lings, but takes some damage in the process. And he is adding a control tower, so we're going to presumably see Dropship or some sort of like Volcanic. Don't think he's going to go 1 port Cloaked Wraith.
It's almost like a 1-1-1 I feel like I'm watching right now, from
Yeah, that's
StarCraft
kind of how it
2.
started out. Although, I think in SC2 when they do it off 1 base, right?
I believe you're right.
So, kind of a different style. Yeah, there's indeed SJ versus Autumn, and that's like finals too, so I'm actually kind of sad I'm not watching that, but Silas puts a VOD so I can go catch Gambit Cup finals after this.
Yeah, hell yeah. Don't spoil yourself.
I
Don't let
need,
the chat spoil you either.
I need to do a better job paying attention on the calendar though, because yeah, this isn't like an ideal time.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it just worked out for both of us. We're both Americans, so for us, America's #1. So we just put it whenever the fuck we feel like it. Football, got family shit going on.
Oh, okay, so it is going to be the Volcanic. Alright, I'm pretty excited to see this. I haven't seen this in a long time. And you actually were correct, Flash is undefeated according to TLPD, but he's only played 1 game, at least in TLPD, and that was the game he lost against Bisu, where he killed Bisu's core, and Bisu was just like, alright, fuck this, I'm going to make a bunch of Zealots and kill Flash Pro League final game.
Okay, so he's only won 1 game on this map. Is that what happened?
No, he's never won a game, but he's only played 1, at least according to
Okay.
TLPD, on Neo Chain. So...
Hell yeah. I'm telling you. I'm a statistician right here.
And right now, wait, is that, okay, ihufa's made mutas, and this is interesting. This is kind of ballsy, because he's made no turret, so if he messes up his control with this Valkyrie, it's going to be really hard to deal with. Although, ihufa's not starting off with the best control either, and that's just 1, he can try to micro it down, but if he makes
use this cliff right now, Elmaster.
If he makes a few Scourge, it can be really easy to deal with that if he's got good muta Scourge control. Like, usually you make at least a couple turrets with this, so you don't just, like, if you fuck up, you're not, like, totally screwed. But he does have a decent number of Marines out already. And does he have +1? No, he's not started +1, but he does have the E-base, so he can make turrets, but he hasn't made any. Okay, starting 1 over here in the natural, which it looks like is the spot where the mutas are going to hit next. We can see ihufa's getting his 3rd up behind this. His lurkers are halfway to being done. He's got his Queen's Nest, so ihufa is playing a real standard game, getting his defilers out nice and fast.
And I'm wondering how much he lost on that initial contact, Elmaster. It looked like he had 5 going into that initial battle with the Valkyrie and ended up with 2.
I thought I heard 2 die. 3 might have died, though. I definitely heard the deaths of 2. And now he's going here trying to harass us. Oh, the Valkyries are in place, but he moves away quickly. Now he's got to be careful of this. Oh, bad control there by Hufa, though. Didn't have the muta running at the right time. If he comes in at the right time, especially if there's only a few Marines, then the Scourge won't get target fired down. ihufa or Cryoc would actually have to target fire them down to get rid of them.
Yeah, I'm so mesmerized by these Valkyries right now. I haven't seen this kind of play in a while, man.
Yeah, this was used a lot. I'm trying to think who was using a lot. I think Fantasy used it a few times. Flash might have, but yeah, it's kind of unique because you come out with it and it's pretty scary when you come out to attack because you've got 4 or 5 Valks that just like instantly obliterate the mutas. But he is getting, like I said, ihufa's got his lurkers morphing, so he's gonna get pretty safely 3 bases this game. He's got his first Evo chamber up and start getting some upgrades.
Yeah, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, just, feel a little bit better than last game where he was, he lost that initial 3rd and was really never the same in the rest of the game. So if he can get this 3rd up and feel comfortable about it, I think he'll feel a lot better going forward.
And Cryoc now coming out, he's got, looks like 4 Valkyries. So ihufa is going to be very, very careful with his muta when he engages this. Like, one mistake, and they will just instantly evaporate, and this is not where he wants to engage. He loses the Scourge, so he's not going to have any opportunity to Scourge them. He's just got to be careful of a couple floating Hydra. Alright, 4 or 5 Hydras enough that he might not directly engage that. But, like I said, Cryoc does have the lurkers on the ramp. It's too bad he doesn't have a tank with this, or he could really be pretty threatening with his army. Oh, no! But he's trying to go up the ramp, and he didn't have the scan. Loses about 5 Marines there. What's the status of the Defiler Mount? Yeah, like, if you had a tank there, you would have pretty good time to put pressure on, as that Defiler Mount is only like 2/3 or 1/3 done, which means that Consume is a long ways off right now. Oh, he's flying over the Hydras! He's trying to take out this lurker at the front, and ihufa unburrowing, scrambling back to the Sunkens. Is this going to be enough to break through right here, right now? He's actually throwing up a Spore Colony. I'm not sure if it is enough, but if he can get rid of the Hydras and get a great spread, maybe. He's going for one lurker. Can he get the other? There's still one more left behind that. What is the status of scans? He doesn't have any scans there. He might not have any scans at the natural either.
It looked like his static defense was enough right there, El Master, but now I don't know for sure. He needs to back up the lurkers right here, maybe produce some more lings. I mean, he really needs to use that third and bring some, a counter flake from behind. That would be perfect.
Oh, I think this army's about to get wiped out. There's a lot of lings here. Cryoc is pulling back, but the medics actually sort of have a wall, and those lings suiciding. And now the big issue is these Valkyries are totally uncontested. He lost all the mutas, so all the overlords are, let's just say, in deep trouble right now. And there's about to be overlord genocide on this map. Oh, you know who else used this build, this Volcanic build, was Kanata, who actually ended up getting like +3 Valks in a game against Jadong. I think it was on Ground Zero. Okay, so he's got a Spore up again. He can kind of defend his overlords. So that actually makes more sense now why he threw up that Spore, because he realized he was going to lose all his muta, and he needed some way to keep all his overlords from insta-dying. Consume now about half done.
Pretty interesting position of his fourth hatch, right next to Cryoc's base. Do you think he's going to be planning some secret, like, just rally to try to take out these temples right now? I'm kind of confused by that one.
Oh, looking at it, I think this is a logical expansion path. It looks like it's really close, and it is pretty easy for Cryoc to drop, but at the same time, if you look at the army pathing, it has to go a pretty long ways. Like, it has to go all the way out and then around this big circle, and it's just kind of the natural expansion pattern for Zerg. Looking where he took this third, the natural direction to take the fourth would be that way. But it is pretty droppable, so we'll see if Cryoc ends up trying to abuse that with, like, quick little cute drops being ferried right out of the main.
Right, yeah. I wonder if Cryoc...
Whoa, Cryoc, holy bases. He's taking the third, which isn't even done, and he's like, all right, I'm going to take a fourth too. So as long as he maintains map control, this works out, because again, Zerg doesn't have any travel distance to this. He has to go right by Cryoc's army to get down to this fourth base. So we'll see how that works out. Oh, we've actually got a drop in the main. It doesn't kill much, but a lot of lings do die.
Yeah, these Valkyries are just owning shit up right now. I mean, it's
like
an Air Force is just gunning
10
down
kills,
his base.
10 kills I see so far. There's 2 Valkyries I have to count. 11 kills, 4, 6. So we got 6, 6, 4. We got 17 kills. It's a lot of overlords having died.
The Valkyries kind of look like the car from Back to the Future right now, just flying around, flying around and just looking at it.
Oh, Scourgy, but he doesn't get it. Oh, he gets 1. Okay, he manages to get 1. Is he getting Overlord speed, or does he have Overlord speed? Oh, I need to see an Overlord move. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's not getting it. Oh, geez. He's got to be so careful then with these Overlords, and Cryoc doing a beautiful job right now using the Valkyries to terrorize Overlords. ifU's probably like, what the heck, this is not PvZ. Why is this happening?
Yeah, this is...
Oh, he's going to lose. Oh, he's actually got a Spore here, so he could sort of defend these Overlords. And he's going in. There's only 2 Lurkers. He might be in danger of losing his third. I don't see any Defilers, any Consume. He has the tech for it. Well... And I don't know why nothing's over here, and the third base from ifU is annihilated. The fourth base is not mining, and unfortunately, shit just got real bad here for ifU.
Will he take out the gas right now and take out the hatchery at the same time?
Oh, he's going to take out everything, that's for sure. ifU has no way to defend this. He's got his first Defiler popping. His Consume is done. I don't know why. There was no Defiler. Why, ifU? All you needed is 1 Defiler, and you were totally safe. All the drones are dead. Complete massacre over here. Tanks are sieging up. I have no clue why. There's nothing left for them to kill. Oh, he's going to go over here and take out all these Overlords, too.
Yeah, 4 of them going to go right down. Jesus.
So, yeah.
He's going to be supply blocked pretty soon. I imagine so. He just keeps he's forced to keep making Overlords. This is unfortunate for ifU. It's like he'll never be able to get out of unit hell with these Overlords.
Yes, indeed. Unit hell, I actually like that. Unit hell, Overlord hell, supply block hell. It's a real thing. You can't get out of it. You just gotta keep making Overlords, and then it's Overlords insta-die, and life goes on. So this is like pretty much last stand at this point for Cryoc, and there's just not much there. Oh, he's running into it, but he's got a nice swarm. But he's got to get the Lurkers under the swarm.
Perfect spot to get him,
but Cryoc moves off the bridge nicely. And Cryoc just now starting that mech switch again, which is so good, especially if you're ahead. Especially if you're ahead in resources, as it's just, it's almost impossible to trade effectively against that.
So can you imagine, El Master? He's been successfully able to take this 3rd and 4th base with no problem,
Yeah, he's gotten his 4th base. So does now a 4-base Terran against a sort of 3-base Zerg. I mean, he's just now getting the drone count up at this other 3rd base. So needless to say, the position for ifU is what we call really bad. Oh, we've got a random roving Valkyrie picking up Overlords. Cryoc continuing to be so obnoxious with these. Oh no! Oh no! He's running into Lurkers with no! His vessel was too far behind. But incidentally, somehow he actually had a good spread. Oh, clutch Dark Swarm. I wonder if he'll radiate that, but it looks like he won't. Oh, he doesn't have enough energy to. So a clutch Dark Swarm does keep him from walking all the way up and killing the base.
Yeah, and
He's got one more Swarm left actually on that.
we were talking about this in another cast. That whole position lurkers were actually banned in a lot of tournaments by Kespa.
Yeah, for a little while. Then they're like, oh, actually that's okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to see him making a comeback right now in his play. Kind of like this, you know.
Oh, Defiler gets raided. Here he goes, trying to get everything off the front doorstep, but can he get off a Swarm? He gets one, so he gets in range of the tanks. Tanks on sieging, though. I think they'll get out of the way. He's not going to lose too much here, and he will have to back off and wait for that Swarm. Oh, man, that Lurker's so low on health, too.
I was gonna ask you, Elmaster, like with there's so many CCs, I'm surprised that Cryoc doesn't have more units at this point.
He does, okay, we can see why Cryoc doesn't have very many units. Just take a look at that mineral count. Now, it's possible, because his gas count is kind of low, it's possible he just didn't have the gas to be able to spend the minerals, but either way, that is a lot of minerals.
Yeah, he's got like, what, $4,000? What does he just want to make his bankroll grow?
Something like that, which is usually not what you want to see, but...
Trying to impress the ladies, man. He needs to have a lot of money in the bank, bro.
I guess so.
Really impressive. But, you know, iHufa has the top 2 expansions now, Elmaster, going down.
Going down, but they're not up yet. So that means still this time. Oh, and there's a drop going on. He's going through the Nidus Canal. Can he get it? He does get it. All the drones are going to die. The third base of iHufa is shut down now. It is now 2-base iHufa. He's trying to counterattack at the main of Terran, but this is pretty well set up. A lot of mines, siege tanks up. And this is there's actually a Swarm. He's trying to get the Lurkers under it. He is, but that's only going to take out maybe 2 tanks.
Right now.
But he doesn't have any more Defilers to support them, and he's just going to move those tanks out of the way, siege up, and I think be totally fine. And there's nothing left for iHufa to do. That drop just totally crushing his third base. That sucks to lose your third base to 8 Marines, man.
Yeah, we kind of predicted this would happen, though, with that, you know, it was being so far away from his, you know, real protection at that point, and it's just really capable of just getting dropped by Cryoc.
Look how irradiated these Lurkers are. He's trying to... Oh, mine! There's just one left that is not irradiated, but it has only 12 HP. Of course, Lurkers under Swarm are what we like to call invincible. And iHufa, all I can do is say GG.
Has a rage GG right there.
Not much to be done. The play of Crag just way too strong that game for iHufa to deal with.
Yeah,
and those Valkyries,
were
holy
the heroes
shit.
of that game.
18 kills at least, and probably grabbed 3 or 4 more before that game ended. As what we call truly overlord genocide.
Let's get going to the third game. We don't want to waste any time. We need to get it going. Elmaster with the electric circuit map now. How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 23.
So do you remember the electric slide?
Oh, vaguely. Vaguely.
I had a lot of weddings, bro.
Electric circuit, a map... Wait, what? Am I looking at the right... Electric circuit? Is that right? I mean, there's not many games on it, but TVZ win rate on this map is 31%.
Wow.
I'm trying to see... for TVZ, so for Terran.
31% win rate?
But I'm trying to think if there was a Neo electric circuit. There might have been, which might have more games.
Okay, so this is a Cryoc map.
Yeah, there we go.
Actually.
Neo electric circuit is TVZ. Oh, okay. Electric circuit TVZ 4.9. I know small sample size and all. 30%. Electric circuit, however, TVZ 71% for Terran.
Oh,
Out of a bigger sample
so
size, 22 and 9.
Cryoc said, "Nope, we're not gonna play on the new one. Nope." This is crazy stats. 71%.
Yeah, 71% win rate. It's like
Yeah,
it's like S-class stats right there.
Real fast out of Kespa.
Put a Terran on this map. S-class mode. There are a lot of strong players. I saw Flash's name 4 or 5 times. Fantasy's a couple. I saw Leda in there. So there's definitely some strong Terran players that have played, but still 71%. Scary looking statistic.
So Elmaster, I think that iHufa's going to be in desperation mode at this point, down 2-0. You got to pull out all the stops, man.
Yeah, and let's face it. In basically every game so far, and by that I mean 2 games, Cryoc has absolutely, for lack of a better word, he's basically manhandled iHufa. iHufa admittedly making a pretty big mistake in the first game for getting a crucial overlord, which crimped his mute account, made it even harder for him to defend. And then the second game, Cryoc just kind of did a push and rolled over, did a bunch of damage to iHufa, and then killed a bunch of overlords, and then just rolled over iHufa's third. You know, iHufa's never really been going into the mid game or the mid late game, ihufa has never been even close to even. He's been down 50, 60 supply both games. So we'll see if he can change that this game. And that's probably
You
the
know,
toughest thing. Like if you're having close games and losing them, you can kind of feel like okay, you're competing. But both of these games, has just been one-sided manhandling by Cryoc.
yeah, and like we were talking about at the very beginning of the show match. We're very used to a certain style from ihufa, which is aggressive play, and I don't know who this guy is at this point. I have not recognized this player in 2 games.
Do take a look though at the bottom of the base. Speaking of aggression, we do not have anything resembling a 12 hatch. We have a 9 pool.
That's where I like to see from ihufa right now. This is exactly what we were talking about. This is the kind of guy I recognize.
And
Just crazy
this
shit.
is a rampless map, so the situation it might get scary in a hurry here for Cryoc. Might
The
get scary in a
SCV
hurry.
just walked right by that, and
Because he hasn't scouted this yet. He's not scouted this, and the lings are already to his base, and it's a non-ramp map, and you can't really pull SCVs, so I'm pretty worried for him. This is a lot of lings. More are being rallied up, and he's actually, ihufa is making nothing but lings. Cryoc has actually seen this now, I think. Yes, he has. That's why he's throwing down the second barracks. He's pulled a ton of SCVs. He's throwing up the bunker. Would finish in time. Oh, it's going to be so close. He needs to block like mad with the SCVs. Doing a pretty good job so far. Can he get just one Marine in the bunker? I think he can. Yes, he gets them in the bunker. So the situation for ihufa is going to turn bad, I think. I mean, because he's made all these lings, he's got like no drones. Oh my God, no way! SCV with a kill too. When he spent all that on drones. Oh no! Oh, ihufa, no! Like normally that's bad enough to begin with, but when you've only made like 8 drones, I mean, he's got 4 drones mining. 4 drones mining. He's got 3 on gas, but 4 drones. He doesn't have his natural yet. He is actually in a position where he can attack the barracks, but the Marines can just hop in the bunker, drive that off.
yeah, and this is the kind of play style I'm used to from ihufa. Just really in your face. He wants Cryoc to make some kind of mistake right now with micro. We got to see it happen from ihufa right now. He needs ling speed right now at this point. Unfortunately, he doesn't have it, so
He's not getting it either.
style.
So he's not gonna have the mobility. So Cryoc is gonna casually push him out of here, and I think be totally fine. He's got a nice little line of Marines set up, even an SCV to block. There's more lings coming up, and it looks like okay. Finally, ihufa is gonna try to switch back to drones. Oh God, the SCV was going for a second kill, and it was starting to work on it, but ihufa pulls like 4 drones and being like, hell no, hell no. You already got 1 kill. Hell no, you ain't getting a second kill.
Perfect. Yeah. So.
Oh, the bunker's up. So yeah, this ling aggression totally upheld, and Cryoc is just. There's no other way. He's double supply already. Like, he's completely in control of this game again.
Yeah, unfortunately, I I don't know what to say. Maybe he should have done a 6 pull. It might have been faster at that point.
Yeah, if it would have been a little bit faster, I think he could have done it because the scout wouldn't have gotten there in time, and the lings would have gotten all the way up to the base before he noticed.
It would have been sick if Cryoc had just, scouted in just a little later.
Oh, Cryoc
and
being
just
so
totally
cute
been
too.
Blindsided. That would have been so exciting, but.
Cryoc was actually able to hide this SCV. So this is basically 2-hatch muta here. The muta are going to be quite fast. It's going to be like 6-minute mutas. So as long as Cryoc can deal with the mutas, he'll be fine. But this we'll have to see. I mean, obviously, if you're going 2-hatch muta, you better muta micro for your life, or you're going to get rolled. So we'll see what kind of muta micro ihufa can demonstrate. Cryoc, if you have a lag hack, there we go. Getting that order of consonants right. Now would be the time to use it.
You better hashtag it too while you're at it.
I said lag hag instead of lag hag.
Just hashtag lag hag.
Flipping some consonants around.
Follow El Master on Twitter at lag hag.
Alright, so what do we got here? We got stim just starting. The EPA is going to be done. This actually is going to be really nice timing. You can start throwing up those turrets like right away. Perfect timing. Doesn't have to rush them out or anything like that.
So ihufa is definitely all in at this point. This either works or it doesn't, and there's no coming back right now. This has to work, or we're gonna see GG in 10 minutes, right?
I think that's pretty much the case. We've got 5 mutas coming out, so he's already a little bit crimped in the number of mutas he can get out. Doesn't have the full complement of mutas out, as normally he'd have 6. He's only getting 5 right now. And the big issue here is the drone count. There's 8 mining, which I think it's close. Usually you need about 5 drones per hatchery to support continuous unit production. So he may or may not be able to have continuous unit production. I don't know for sure how it works out with mutas. For lings, you need 3 drones per hatch. So if you've got like 3 hatch, if you want a 3-hatch ling all in, you need 9 drones for constant production. And I forget if that's to make overlords too, or if you need like 1 or 2 extra to make overlords.
And Cryoc's just like, I'm gonna make 8 turrets. See how you like that.
That's a pretty good answer, to be honest, especially when you're this ahead in economy. You know,
Yeah.
but obviously he needs to get the Marines over there, although 3 turrets probably defend Mutas. But by and large, as a general rule, turrets themselves don't defend Muta. You need units there as well.
Okay, so are we gonna see July Zerg right now?
And to see, what can ihufa do? They're pretty spread. He's trying to run in there, all right. Looks like he's
Okay,
gonna go
that's pretty
behind.
good right there. That's a
Yeah,
good
he's found
start.
he's found a nice spot. This is gonna kind of funnel the Marines, keep them from getting into a really nice clump. And he's also in a spot here he can pick off SCVs, moving over by the turrets. But the only problem for ihufa right now is the muted count. Oh, he's messing up the micro a little bit. There we go. Nice shot there on that Marine. Oh, but he's taking a lot of damage.
He needs to get there
Flying
by
over
that
that turret.
gas.
Now he's found a spot in the main. He's trying to do damage. He knows he has to, and he's got a nice range here before.
No, no, where is he going with those? Why
He's
would he
got to
go?
fly out that way. That's the only place he can go. It's better than flying out over the Marines. And if you look at that, all right, so he's lost his nice window. That's one of the things 2H Muta has, is you've got a little window before Marine range finishes, but Marine range is going to be finished. It's like done now. So
There's
now
about
there's no Marine range.
8. Is that about 8 right there? I can't tell.
Oh, he gets none, though. That's so frustrating when you do that. You come in there micro, and you actually don't get a kill. And I don't know. So far, ihufa is not getting the damage done. He's obviously going to continue to make as many Muta as possible, but he's just not getting the damage done. And the Marine Ball is getting bigger. There's a lot of turrets up to defend, and the situation just doesn't look very good right now for ihufa.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate at this point. This is just experience. Unfortunately, Hoofa's learning the hard way that experience is paying off. This is the B minus player showing up right now, just overly prepared. Has a turret wall. Looks like the Great Wall of China turrets right now, and then a big ball of purple jam all over the map.
Pretty much. He actually hasn't taken the gas to the natural, perhaps because of the Muta, but he doesn't really need it. He's just building up Marines. Oh, he's flying in to try and get something done. He loses one Muta flying in. But he's kind of in this awkward position where he's surrounded by turrets and Marines. He's going to pick off a lot of SCVs, but his drone count is so darn low that I don't even know what to say. Oh, he actually finds a nice angle to fly out at, taking as minimal turret fire as possible. He's added drones. Maybe he's added 1 or 2, but he's basically just continuing to make Muta, which is all he can do. And unfortunately, they're just not getting anything done. He is delaying the starport, but now he's
And he
engaging
just
turrets and
ran surprising the
GG.
turrets. Because F it.
Cryoc rolls to 3-0. In
Yeah,
danger
and
of 4-0.
it kind of makes sense why that has a 71% win rate now that you've seen that in action. Jeez Louise.
So this is it. Is Cryoc going to cruise to a 4-0? Or can ihufa take a game off of him? I don't know.
All right, let's go to game 4. So game 4 is going to be on Aztec, El Master. 3-player map, I believe.
3-player reverse ramp map makes Ling aggression can be pretty good on that map again, because with that reverse ramp, the Marines will be at the bottom shooting up, so they hit only half the time, which gives the Lings that much more time to do damage. So,
So
possibility for aggression. It certainly is not a terrible choice on that map by any means.
So Cryoc's basically playing with house money at this point. He could try anything crazy, 2-point raids, do whatever the hell he really wants. Float a factory over and try to like proxy some vultures. He's playing with house money at this point.
Yes, indeed. And he's playing with momentum on his side, and at the same time, ihufa is probably like just sitting there reeling, thinking, "Oh God."
Yeah, you know, Denmark's finest Zerg he's got to pull something out of his ass right now. Maybe a 4-3 Showmatch win. I mean, how sick would that be to just come back?
ihufa reverse IKL the B- player. That would be one hell of a comeback.
That would be that would like build his legend right now. He would just get even more fanboys.
Oh, speaking of player colors, spawning in the top hand position as our orange Zerg, we have Fox's ihufa down 3-0. And in the right-hand side, over at 4 o'clock, we have ifU's Cryoc.
Yeah, and they're pretty far away, so Cryoc's going to have a long time to finally get over there and scout. And unfortunately, ihufa's going the wrong direction with his Overlord. But do you think we're going to see aggression again this time, El Master?
So far, it's not looking like it. He could go overpull, but it's not going to be any crazy aggression as the Overlord is already on the way.
I want to see him do something crazy, man. This is what I know this guy for. Maybe do some drop play or something. Just get out of the box. Stop with this this 2-hatch Muta nonsense. It's not working for ihufa.
Yeah, although it's tough to make it work. Like I said, I mean, you didn't even have the economy to get as many muta out quickly. And one of the best things about 2H muta is it gives you that window before Terran has Marine range where you can really do a lot. But if you can't get out the muta count you want, it's just tough. This is a tough situation
Yeah,
to be in that when if you go 9 pool and commit that heavily to Lings and just get that perfectly defended, you're just in a tough spot, especially losing a drone to the SCV. I mean, you only had like 8 to begin with, so when an SCV takes out an eighth of your economy early in the game, not fun.
yeah,
And,
that was that. He like murdered one of his SCV.
I mean, if you
Drones.
think about it, if you compare that to like a mid game situation, that's like one of those really good reaver shots. That's basically the equivalent of what that SCV did, because the drone
Yeah,
count
that
was
was
so
like
low.
what 15% of his economy at that point or something. Something crazy number.
That'd
Just
be right in that range, yeah.
that's like Walmart. That's like a stock losing 15% of its value
Or I guess like
over like
12,
some
12 and a half, but yeah, same difference.
yeah some dumb decision. Really unfortunate. As like a little serial killer SCV, just he was like sitting up there on the cliff and just shot him.
Sniper SCV.
Yeah, sniper
SCV has new
SCV.
ability, snipe.
Yeah, we're gonna call him the Cryoc serial killer SCVs of death. Just and once again we got orange and purple. So I don't know if it's making me want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, I don't like peanut butter and grape though. It's got to be like
No,
strawberry, blackberry.
strawberry. Yeah,
Blackberry is kind of purple, but strawberry, blackberry, something like that's the way to go. For some
yeah, I'm
reason,
with you
grape
on
jelly,
strawberry.
never been sold on the grape jelly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
But
something about
that's
grape jelly.
that's
I
just
work in the
me.
wine industry, so I gotta like grapes. But
And you can see this game, Crack was taking no chances as he's made plenty of Marines before even starting his command center. He's just like, look, I'm not even going to risk it. I am just going to get out my Marines and make sure I don't die. And I think Crack's happy to just continue to play perfectly standard because every game he's played standard, he's just absolutely cruised over ihufa. So I don't think he's feeling threatened at all. Not
yeah,
even
that's
not even feeling the need to switch it up. And ihufa's gas is done. He should probably mine from that. There we go. There we go. About 5-10 seconds late mining from that gas. Lanes continue to chase the obnoxious SCV of Cryoc, which Cryoc is very good at keeping alive here in the Zerg base.
yeah. He's like the Terran Bisu right now with these SCVs. I mean,
Pretty much.
Ihufa's not doing him any favors. Just making him look so good with these, just constantly keeping him moving.
Of course, right as we say that, the SCV comes to a stop and takes like 4 more Ling hits.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Oh, and did it just die? I think it did. Oh, no, it's still alive. It's got 10 health on it. 2 hits. 2 hits. And that's another thing I'm noticing. Well, okay, just started there. Never mind.
And
Oh,
that's why
oh,
I
we
think
got the
that Brood War
SCV.
is such a manly game, Elmaster, because you actually have to constantly move the SCV, where at StarCraft 2 you can make like 15, 16 rally points.
Yeah, and you see, you can actually do that in Brood War, but the problem is the SCV at those rally points, it actually has to stop and think about its new decision, so it'll get hit. Whereas in SC2, if you shift click, the movement is perfectly fluid, so it'll live forever if you just shift click it. But if you try that in
Yeah,
Brood
that
War, you'll instantly lose it because it
StarCraft
comes
2
to a
is a wonky
stop.
game.
Because it like moves to its point, then it stops for a sec, and then it executes its new command. And of course, that stop, the Ling or whatever's chasing it will get in a hit or two, and you'll lose it pretty fast.
Yeah, you could literally like light a cigarette and
Oh,
watch your SCV move for like 15 seconds.
yeah, you could. Not,
It's just like that's just how ridiculous that game is.
oh, say what? We got an Evo chamber going down here. Got layer Evo. I don't know what this build is now.
Will Cryoc try a little early pressure? I mean, if he had a little tank and like 4 Marines and an SCV, that'd be pretty cool. Just, drop a bunker right now, maybe get a little pressure on ihufa. But ihufa's already dropping 2 sunks, I think, in accordance. No, sorry, creep colonies.
Of course, Krog just getting his +1, getting the barracks up. I'm really curious about this super fast Evo chamber. It is a fast carapace. I guess the idea here is to reduce the effectiveness of the +1. I think that's what he's trying to do is a counter +1. His carapace is a little slow though, but we'll see how the timing is. There'll be a window where Crack will have +1, but then it'll go away and ihufa will have armor and it'll be kind of counteracted. So this is going to be kind of interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, and Croc's going up to a really fast 4 racks, it looks like. So he's just like, all right, the plan is get 100 Marines and come down and kick in your door at this point, and he just wants to, I think he wants to, at this point, it looks almost like a base raid to me. Just come in there and just hopefully take him out before he takes me out.
Yeah, and really the big thing with the +1 4 or 5 racks is that you're really, the main goal you want to do is honestly just deny the Zerg's third. And if you go kill that third, you're fine. You can just kind of go back, kind of keep a little pressure on from map control, but you're fine. You know, you've done your job. You've reduced it to 2 base Terran against 2 base Zerg, and that's a really, really comfortable spot for Terran. Oh, the SCV snuck in again somehow. What? What? ihufa's not going to kill it off. I didn't even see that guy get in there. Like, I saw ihufa block it from getting out, but you know what? Cryoc still snuck it in there. So he's going to see this Evo chamber, and I think he's going to suspect what's up. So it's going to be really interesting. I mean, I assume ihufa is not going to make a ton of mutas, or at the very least, he's going to make, if he does make mutas, he's going to make a lot of lings too. Otherwise, this +1 super fast anti +1 doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah, little ninja SCV move right there. Really cute by Cryoc. And actually, now that that's happened, he's really like, fuck it, I'm going right now with my Marines. I feel
Oh, you got to be
comfortable.
careful. If these Marines are on A move, they're going to fly. Oh, actually, the muta are going to be turned aside. And SCVs are going out to look for the third base. Oh, this SCV gets out, so he's going to find the third base pretty quick. Oh, mutas are chasing one of them down to deny it. Will he find the other? Oh, God. He's trying to. He's really trying to do that. But at the same time, his front door is in serious danger. 2 Sungans does not defend this number of Marines at all. The Muta have got... Okay, and they are immediately going to get back in position. I was going to say, if he didn't, he was going to totally lose that. His Ling speed is only halfway done, too, so he's got no mobility with these Lings. There's a real potential that Cryoc could go in here and break this. He does not want to be this out in front with his Lings. They're slow Lings. Not good trying to micro with the Mutas. He might go for a flank, though, but with the slow Lings, the Marines can pull back pretty easy. Ooh, nice job there, getting a few of the front Marines, taking as little damage as possible.
Marine micro we've seen from ihufa right here so far.
ihufa, Marine micro? You mean Cryoc? To say, if ihufa was microing Marines, I'd be pretty impressed.
Oh, excuse me. Micro. This is his best Muta
Oh, this is pretty good so far. He's doing a nice job getting kills on top of the ramp. It's even better to engage on the ramp, but he got plenty of kills there. Has not lost a Muta yet, so he's got to be getting pretty comfortable. We can see the Queen's Nest is almost done. Hive should be started soon. Status of Lurker is... I'm not making Lurkers because I'm getting +1 and getting a ton of Lings to try to kill you. He's at a second Evo chamber. Those Lings picking off a Marine that's gone in there. And is Cryoc going to try to go for the bus? Oh, 1 Muta goes down.
Too many Mutas.
Yeah, do I have his hotkeys? Oh, he's got 7 in that group right there. But his third base is up. The SCV sees it, though. We'll see if Cryoc changes gears here and goes for the third. Oh, down the ramp. Oh, he's being so smart, though. Knows he doesn't want to go down that ramp with Muta, and he's staying in this nice clumped up position. And now here come the Lings with armor, and I think it might be enough to clean this up. But there's a pretty good wall of medics, but it's still too many Lings in the end, and he will punch through this, so... for the first time in the game... Oh, wait, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god, the medic healing defeats the Mutas. Holy mother of god, I don't believe what I just witnessed. And it's a perfect medic wall. This Marine is goddamn invincible right now. Oh, finally a few Lings and drones get in there. But holy shit, Rambo motherfucking Marine just, like, kills a bunch of shit off. He's like, Cryoc's like, no, I will hold this. You will not kill me. And now we've got the medic healing game. And Marines are coming up now to save these medics, and they will save them. Holy shit, what did I just watch? That Marine.
That was a really sick...
It's actually worth noting.
I'm Superman.
I feel like he probably was.
Like fucking at his...
Oh no, he's... At the same time, Cryoc has stuck Marines over, and he's got control of the ramp, and there's no Mutas. The third base of ihufa is raised. Cryoc sure looks to be heading at this point to a 4-0, as he does kill the third base. More Mutas are made, but it's too late. He's going to probably just go clean them up here. He's just going to fight them one-on-one, no micro. And he punches right through that.
I don't know what happened, but that Marine somehow had a shirt that says, I am the biggest hater alive, like on his shirt. It was crazy.
Wait, what? Double queen? Say what? There's 2 Queen's Nests. I just want to note this. I don't know if that was meant to be a VU, and he somehow hit VQ. That's pretty far away. But I don't know how we're getting double Queen's Nest. I don't know why we're getting double Queen's Nest. Are we making queens? Please tell me there's a queen coming. Or else I don't understand why there's double Queen's Nest. Okay, there's no sign of a queen anywhere. So we've got the...
Had a hotkey that accidentally doubled.
He's channeling his inner combat X, double observatory build, only this time it's double Queen's Nest build.
This is just so classic, you know, just watching, you know, a fucking ZVT, man. I did not inspect this at all from this show match. You know, Valkyries, Rambo, Marine, serial killer, SCV. What in the fuck have we witnessed today, bro?
And also, take a look back at Crack's main base. He's actually switching into mech already off only 2 bases. You don't see that very often, but he's just going to go right into it. And I assume he's going to take a third base soon. He's floating a decent number of minerals. There's an SCV over there. And Cryoc's just in this perfect position. And there's a lot of Lings out with pretty good carapace upgrades, so they're pretty well prepared to take on these Marines.
Yeah, this is... Hey, does he have stim? God, I Can you tell?
Oh yeah, he definitely has stim. If he
Okay,
didn't have
yeah.
stim, that'd be disastrous.
I
They're
don't have the
moving.
sound on, so I'm like, I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
I'm kind of like trying to visualize if he has stim
Oh,
or
here we
not.
go. Massive Ling army. He's going to try to
Running
ball up with
by.
the medics. Oh, he's actually going to go for a massive-ass run by. You're right. Good call there. And these Marines taking off for the main base, but he's going to know about it. He just sits on top. Oh, he's going to try to cut them off, and it's going to work out really well if they're on a move, and they are. Oh, no. They're all running by. He's going in for this run, but it's too many Marines. Everything has died. Good micro from Cryoc, pulling back, only losing a few Marines there as he
It just looked
annihilates
like
the
they were
Zergling
running
run
out of
by.
fury and ran right into the rebels. Unfortunately, you know, like
Oh, God.
got caught up right there. All
And
the rest of them
now
just
we're
got
going to
owned.
see counterattack, and Defiler is not coming. This is just going to go straight into Ultra, but this is not going to clean up this many Marines on the doorstep. No way. And he might just go in for a break here at this point. Let the tank soften up those sunken colonies, and then just go in for a break. Whoa, whoa, wait. He's Nidusing. He's Nidusing for a massive-ass counterattack. This could be kind of cute, but I think he's going to defend this just fine. Oh, what? There's a Wraith out here, too, to clean up this Overlord.
Man, this is crazy, and ihufa's gonna need a hot shower after this. He
Oh, and
just,
here we go. He's going in for those only one
ooh,
sunken. There's no units. Crack should start to get really suspicious about this as ihufa is giving up. Oh, he's actually using it for a flank, but he's got just way too many Marines and not enough Ultralists. I don't think there's any way this works. The medic wall isn't super tight, but it's not terrible either. He's trying to eat through it all. Is it enough? And no, ihufa says
wow,
GG. Nothing
GG.
left. A smooth, clean 4-0 stomp for Cryoc, showing that at least in TVZ he is not to be trifled with by players of the C ranks.
Man, so for all the people who want to challenge Cryoc next, I've been getting a lot of PMs, you know, and you better do your damn homework before you come to play this guy,
Yeah,
man. I
if
mean,
you're a Zerg player and gonna play him, you better be really damn good, or you better have some nice builds prepared.
yeah, because I mean, we saw Valkyries, bro. We saw Valkyries.
Yeah,
Oh my
Craig
goodness,
showing
that
he's
was crazy.
got pretty good variety in his play and pretty good responses. He reacted real nicely to the 9 pool from Hufa in game 3, and then in all the other games he just rolled once with Valkyries and twice with just standard +1 4-Rex.
Yeah, and just sick play, bro. I'm so impressed by Cryoc, and I'm impressed by ihufa. You know, he really held his own. He tried his best, you know, for a C rank player. I got to show him love. You know, I mean, we were kind of really critical of his mutas, but fairly so. I really think that, you know, ihufa needs to go do the muta ums. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I'm just gonna put it out there. You know, to get to that next level, which he can do. He needs to. You need to put the hours in. You know, and Cryoc's definitely been putting in the hours in.
Yes, indeed. And like I said, the mechanic play was pretty obvious. Other than that one game where he floated 4K minerals, that was pretty silly. But aside from that, he showed pretty darn good control, especially with his Marine medic early on. Although it was aided by ihufa. The meter control wasn't terrible, but it wasn't crisp and deadly like it has to be. Because one of the things when you're dealing with like those +1 4-Racks and +1 5-Racks builds is you can't take your time. If you just get off like one good shot, every 10 seconds, the Marines just get replenished and you're fine. You got to be like bam, 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 bam. You got to be just picking them off constantly. And you got to be getting a bunch of good control off, and it just wasn't quite that crisp. And without any Ling support, that's the other thing that I find interesting. I'm kind of surprised he never made any Lings. Like +1 5-Racks, it's kind of designed to deal with the Muta especially, and not going for the Muta Ling flanking was interesting.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, Cryoc's Marine micro is just insane, bro. Like, let's be honest. Like, even if you had like perfect micro with mutas, it just seems like Cryoc's Marines are just on another level. To be honest with you, and it's just because I think he really just, you know, like I've tried to say this before. He really just refines his build orders. So it just kept proving once and again that. So he probably had 2 or 3 build orders planned for this whole thing, and I think he was probably really shocked though that ihufa went for 2 hash mutas so much, to be honest. I'm damn sure he was probably prepared for like massling, run bys and all this shit. So I'm pretty happy with that show match though. I think for an initial one, our very first maiden voyage cast together, I'm pretty happy with the kind of games we got to cast today. I really appreciate the players that stepped up and did this initial one.
Yeah, it was nice. We didn't see any games that were like ridiculously dragged on either, where it was like 40 minutes of like nothing. I
No,
casted I casted one game recently where it was like an hour long game, and for at least like the middle 30 minutes, like nothing happened. Like they
oh,
just
believe me.
sat in the middle of the map. I was like, I don't really know what to cast right now. I'm like, there's Marines in the middle of the map, Marines in the middle of the map, Zerglings at home, Defiler at home, Turtle, Marines in the middle of the map. Oh, this Marine moved over about 5 spaces. turtle, turtle, defiler, turtle. And it's just like, oh my gosh.
It seemed like from the opening, the first game that the pace, it kind of reminded me like of a college basketball game where it's like 40 minutes of hell, where there's just nothing but defense and just defense and offense real fast, just frenetic pace. And it seemed like both of those players, like their styles really, it's really beautiful to watch both of them play, to be honest. They were so fast paced. I've never really seen a Brood War game go so fast. I'm pretty impressed by the show match. Regardless if it was 4-0, I think iHofa's got a good future. And I'm really happy for SGS because they got